So off we go, and as I said, it will be a split start. I think that might be the Mornington Peninsula runner there. Blashki's one of the top seeds here. Others to look out for: Alistair O'Brien, Knox, Ranviv Gurja, he's gone out early, and we have got a pacemaker, Isaac Bibelet. You can see non-bib in the orange and, well, what colour would we call that? Reddish top. So Isaac, a bit of a social media superstar. Also jumping in tonight to do a little bit of the pacing. So setting off nicely, a few good bunches already starting to form. Mitch Dyer will be doing commentary on the back straight.
Yeah, thanks for that, Tim. So you're absolutely right. Isaac Bibelet going to lead these boys out here. A few guys around that 17:30 mark. So he's just going to set the tempo for them and sort of let them settle in. The home track, Ranviv Gurja. He's going to be the one to sort of just sit behind Isaac. We have a few athletes now starting to make their way around. Tristan Courts of Geelong Guild now going around the pacemaker. So we'll watch these boys settle in. A few groups have already broken up through this first lap. So they come through now in about 1:25. So Isaac would have been just about right on time. And it is going to be Tristan Courts of Geelong Guild who's going to put about 5 metres coming around this bend now on Isaac Bibelet and the rest of these men in the D5000. So they'll sort themselves out coming around that home straight now.
So a bit of a brave move to go early here for the young man, with the pacer doing his job right on 17:30. 17:30, although the infield clock is not working, that's going to make my life very difficult, but it's a nice even 3.5 minute Ks. So when they come round the next time, we'd be looking at 3:30. So right on 2 minutes as they went through the 600 mark. So I think they're about right on target there. So Isaac Bibelet doing a great job there. Nice pack behind him. And the good thing there is the pack are being patient. 12.5 laps ahead of them. Not the ideal night for PBs here. So the best way to do it is run as a group.
Yeah, that's it. And it makes it so much easier when the pacemaker is right on like Isaac is. But Tristan Courts does not want to raid around. He's prepared to run this race just a little bit ahead. The rest of the pack slowly making their way back towards him. We see a few of the men with the faster seat times here. Alistair O'Brien with the faster seat time right behind there. So they've gone through in about 2:43, 2:42 on the clock. So nicely paced there. And we see a pack of about 12 of this field of 25. All working together, but it is all Tristan Courts out in front. 15 metres now, was 5, turned to 15. So we'll see if these boys stay patient and allow the rest of this race to be able to unfold. But they're going to come down and head towards the first kilometre very nicely on time.
So we'll get a time for Court as he comes through.
3:20, 3:21, 3:22, 3:23, 3:24.
So 3:22 for Court, 3:24 for the chasing pack. So 3:30 there for Pentland. So follow the red and white colours. He's right on 3.5 minute K pace, which is 17:30. So those ahead of Ross are on sub 17:30. Those behind are just drifting off that schedule. We do drift out to about 20 minutes in this race, so not everyone's chasing that sort of time. Gee, there's been another bolter now. Mitch, let's pick that one up.
Yeah, so Tristan Courts now is going to find himself with a competitor on his outside, and I believe that is Anthony Page of Doncaster. So Page now is going to move around well and truly, as you mentioned, underneath that 17:30 mark that these boys have a lot of PBs at. Tristan Page not turning around. And even Alistair O'Brien has time to say g'day to his coaches as he runs past. So Tristan Page of Doncaster is going to lead them out. The rest of this field here still nicely bunched. Isaac Bibelet timing that perfectly, but it is Page now. So he's put about 20 metres on them. So that's about a 50 metre changeover from the last lap. See how long he can hold on to that one for, but the rest of these boys more than happy to wait around in the pack and bide their time.
So Anthony Page, he's one of our 17:30 runners. He's looking very strong at the moment. Bibelet sticking to schedule there. Lots of good runners just sticking with him. It's a good place to be. And the field spreads after that.
5 minutes and 3
Yeah, so it is Anthony Page. 20 metres ahead of Isaac Babile up this back straight here. And as you mentioned, Tim, looking extremely comfortable. We see another Diamond Valley athlete now also maybe go past Isaac, but he's happy to sit on the shoulder. So Page is going to lead them out. And we see here Oliver Anthony of Athletics Essendon nicely behind Isaac Babile. So too is Leo Warsome. So a few small changes in this pack, but 25 metres now back from Anthony Page of Doncaster. So we'll come around here for the next time to get that 2K mark and get a better understanding with 3K to go of where these boys are at. But currently right now, Anthony Page, 40 metres ahead of the chasing pack, and he's looking incredibly comfortable there, Tim. So we'll see what they can do.
Yeah, I think he'll be coming around for the 2K mark soon, Mitch, so that will be another interesting split to get.
6 minutes and 5.
So once they go past Mitch at that 200 mark, that will be for Page the 2K, and we'll get a time check on him. Bibilay's doing a great job there. Anthony Oliver looking comfortable. Few of the younger guys there. Leo Warsome also up there. Good to see Russell Jenkins on the back of that main bunch. And then we're starting to break away a little bit more from there on. So Andrew Stevens just coming through there. Michael Thomas. And then I'll give it over to Mitch and you can get the 2K split
6 minutes 39.
for Page as he approaches that start line again for the 5th time.
Yeah, so Page is going to roll through here in 6:47 on the clock. So moving incredibly comfortably, and we'll also get an understanding now of how many seconds ahead he is as we see Isaac Babile roll through in that 6:55 mark. So he's just under the 3:30 pace. As you said, some young boys up the front there chasing some PBs. So if they can all stay comfortable and they can all stay relaxed, we could see a few PBs fall here as this pack of what was 12 now dwindles down to about 10. But they're all chasing. Hip number 10, I should say, Anthony Page of Doncaster. Himself with a 17:30, as you mentioned. So he's moving along quite nicely.
He's looking strong through this mid-stage here, so he's just got to keep his rhythm going. So he's at 2.2 kilometres now. So Babile certainly got a nice pack, and gee, they're being patient there, which is good to see. I'm not sure how far Isaac will take them through, but this is going to set a few of these up for a big second half, I think. So Benjamin Reid just going through.
7 minutes 53.
So Court coming through now.
7 minutes 56.
Morrison will be the next one through. And looking down the back straight, and I think that lead's extending, Mitch.
Yeah, it's only getting further, Tim. Anthony Page now about 70 metres ahead. Looking incredibly comfortable. Babile trying to get them through 3K. So these boys after this might be on their own to try and chase down Anthony Page, but he's only moving further and further away as we still see Oliver Anthony tucked in nicely there. So too, one of our more senior athletes, Russell Jenkins of Bendigo University. He was more than happy with the 3:30 pace mentioned at the front. So we'll see how long all these boys can hold on, and the pack of 10 now moves down to about a pack of 8. Still hungrily chasing Anthony Page of Doncaster, so it'd be interesting to see how far below his PB he can get if he can keep this up.
He was basically right on 8:30 at the halfway mark. That's where Isaac is now. That's the 2,500 mark right there.
8:51, 52, 53.
So he's on about 17-minute pace. As we say, Isaac's on just under that 17:30 pace. So with a really good bunch coming through. So Gurja just dropping off there. I think Reid is one coming through a bit. Mitchell starting to look a little bit fatigued there. So Pentland's got a few questions to ask here. Does he try and move up? The next one there is Jason Quinn from Mornington Peninsula.
9:21, 9:22.
And so Anthony Page will come around now. They have 200 metres to go till he hits that 3 kilometre mark. He's looking incredibly comfortable. Got a bit of support here as well on the back straight, Anthony Page, so he's going to get motivation around here. 200 metres till that 3K mark. And some of these boys now, well, as you mentioned, the pack has started to separate a little bit, so might have to grit their teeth a little bit. This is always the hardest part of the 5,000, the mid-range section. So these boys, though, looking pretty comfortable. I'd say Jai Farrar on the inside there with the glasses, looking really nice at the back there, and one of our faster athletes, as we mentioned, from Knox 2 toward the back of that pack. So Isaac Babile may only have 180 metres left of pacing here, but it is still Anthony Page.
So approaching the 3 kilometre mark now, we will get a time check for Page and that following squad.
5 to go, 10, 14,
10:15 going through the 3K mark, so he's going well. 10:30 is the 17:30 target time. So 10:30 is the time we're looking here for Isaac and his little mob. So what a great job from the pacer. Spot on 10:30 at the 3K mark, and Isaac's still taking the through a bit longer. So that bunch are right on 17:30 mark. So this last 5 laps is the danger zone. This is where athletes can really drift in pace, and hopefully if Isaac takes them a little further, that squad there of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 can stay with him.
Yeah, and so Anthony Page is going to do it the tough way as well. As you mentioned, Tim, these last 5 laps are really where boys become men. So Anthony Page right now still extending that lead. But Isaac Babile, man of many talents, led them through beautifully there at 10:30. Tucked in nicely behind him is Matthew Blaschke. So our Mornington Peninsula athlete there tucked in beautifully, and right behind him there too is Leo Warsome. So these boys now have to make sure Isaac Babile doesn't start to get away from them. He's right on the pace that they want. We'll see who's going to pick him up and bring the pace back towards Isaac Babile, but it is Anthony Page. He doesn't have to worry about pace. He just has to get to the line at this point, 100 metres ahead of this chase pack.
11:38, 11:39.
And 4 laps to go there for Page. Some good moves I saw, Mitch, in that chase pack. I see Jenkins deciding he wasn't going to get left behind and made a little surge to get back on the back of the main pack there. So Brodie McCarthy's the one who's just dropping a little bit. He's got to make the moves now, 4 laps out. Next on the track, we do have Oliver Anthony. Mitchell next, then Reed, Pentland, then Gurja.
Yeah, and so these boys are going to have to sort of check their egos at the door and start to work together a little bit here to try and peg back Anthony Page. It's hard, but it's not impossible. We've seen more amazing things happen, but Anthony Page is going to make them do it the hard way. Isaac Babile drifting out towards lane 2, so his time at the front might be done. And now it's time for some of these boys to really take initiative and see if they can peg it back. They're on for a beautiful pace here, and they're going to let Matthew Blaschke do a lot of the work. We'll see whether or not Brodie McCarthy of Diamond Valley can just latch back onto the back of this and really get dragged along. But this pack's starting to break up a little bit, and maybe Blaschke can get it back to Anthony Page there at the front, but it is still all Page as the rest of these boys now filter through. Isaac Babile steps off the track. Amazing work, but Anthony Page is going to lead him around.
So Page is still looking strong, 3 out, so he'll come past you at the 4K mark there, Mitch. But as you said, Blaschke, and I think that might be O'Brien has gone with him. They are the 2 stronger runners in that chase pack. Very impressive what we see now of Blaschke. He's still moving nicely. So O'Brien going well. Jenkins in next position. The 59-year-old going on 60. What a big performance from Russ Jenkins here. You've got Jai Farah just behind him. And then you've got Leo Warsnam. So approaching 2 kilometres now, 4 kilometres, Mitch. So this will be an interesting split.
Geez, don't scare him, Tim. 4 kilometres. Geez, 1 kilometre left here for Anthony Page. He's going to read it there at 13:43. So he's right on for a PB here. And Blaschke, well, now he's starting to separate away. So he's going to take it upon himself maybe for this last kilometre to try and peg back this lead that's been created by Page. It's going to take a lot of work, but again, it's not impossible as he now comes through right on 14 minutes. We'll see whether or not Alistair O'Brien has anything left in the tank. Farrar behind him. So some of these boys, as I mentioned earlier, they're going to have to start working together in order to be able to run these PBs. They're the faster ones in the race. We'll see what they can do, but Anthony Page, well, it's just been dominant after the first kilometre, and hopefully he can keep this up for the last 2 laps.
Yep, so coming down 2 laps to go, 800 metres. He's looking strong, lapping his own watch as he goes through. So down the track, and we can see Blaschke next position clearly. He's got about 20 metres over O'Brien. Farah and Jenkins is still in it. What can Rusty deliver over these last 2 laps as he goes past Farah? So Blaschke next. O'Brien. Jenkins can smell blood, I think. He's going to really go this last 2 laps. Farah through, then Warsnam. Mitchell coming through next, just coming alongside the Diamond Valley runner there in, Brodie McCarthy.
So it is Page who's going to come past us here with 600 to go, and to all those men in the C race, if you could also make your way over here to the marshalling area to be able to get ready to go for the next one. But right now it is all Anthony Page, and I think when you were saying smelling blood, you may be talking about Blaschke. He's starting to look strong still. Still with 600 metres to go, he's got that hunger in his eyes as though he's in the first 400. So he's got about 80 metres to make up. Call me crazy, call me silly, but it could happen as we now see Alistair O'Brien come through. So too behind him is Russell Jenkins, and right behind there is Jai Farrar. So this group is going to have to start working together. Anthony Page, though, coming down towards you, Tim. How's he looking? He looked good around here.
He is looking good the second last time, and we will ask all runners to finish in lane 3. So all runners to finish in lane 3. You can hear the bell.
48, 49, 50, 51.
So nice surge there from Page. He's got a bit left in him. I don't think Blaschke will be able to make that up over 400, but he'll hear the bell as well. So the bell rings again for Blaschke. Get the bell ready now, O'Brien, and how impressive is Russell Jenkins? He's going to come alongside the younger runner there. Russ is winding it up as much as his 59-year-old body can wind up. So bell again there for Farrar. Mitchell comes through for the bell. Warston will be next for the bell, then McCarthy.
And so we see 200 metres to go here for Anthony Page. He is puffing and panting, but he knows that may be a puffing and panting of victory. So 200 metres to go. He's looking strong. So too is Matthew Blaschke. So Blaschke's been able to peg back a few metres here in the last K, but he's not going to get there just. So Anthony Page is going to be the one to bring it into the home straight right now. Blaschke behind him there. So too now we see Alistair O'Brien get a little bit of distance, but right behind him Russell Jenkins was the man who wanted it fast, and he's going to run fast. But on the home straight there, coming down to the line is going to be Anthony Page. A dominant performance here in the men's D 5000. And so he'll hit the line now.
So great running. So unofficial 17.09 there for Page. That's impressive running in these conditions. Blaschke will come through next. So 17.18 unofficial. So everyone in lane 3 to finish, please. Everyone in lane 3. O'Brien will take next position, and they're steamrolling over Russ Jenkins. So O'Brien will come through next. Big finish from Dave Mitchell. 17.35 unofficial there for Jenkins. That's not bad for a 59-year-old. So Warston will take next position. Then we'll have McCarthy coming through. So McCarthy will come through in 51. Reed will be next. Let's see if we can get Ross Petland through. 7.58 unofficial, just the other side of his PB, but a great run in these conditions from Pentland. Ranveer Gurja will be next in. And then we'll have Oliver Anthony from Athletics Essendon. So everyone in 3 to finish. So Gurja coming through, unofficially 18.15. Oliver will be a few seconds adrift of that. Morrison in next position. Then we have Michael Thomas. So 18.30 now. So gee, to have so many in the D race under the 18.30 mark. That's Jason Quinn through. The next one will be Pratt from Mornington Peninsula. Great to see so many of the orange singlets again here tonight, coming up from the Peninsula. So 18.43 there. So finishing in lane 3. Finishing in lane 3. That's it. And that will be Cameron Marshall from Old Severians. Draw back on as Charlie Sutherland comes through for Glenn Huntley. 1 to go for Harvey. So 19.34 unofficially there for Sutherland. 38 unofficial there. 19.38 for Mackenzie. So Richard Dorr, he's through. Big last lap there from Steele. Putting about 30 metres on his Melbourne Uni teammate. So Greg Steele, Melbourne Uni, 20.30. Gadsden came in for seed time of 21.07.
So right, Tim, we'll see our final 2 athletes come down here. Entering the straight now as well is young Tristan Courts of Geelong Guild. So make sure we make these 2 athletes feel all the love and very welcomed here as they finish off their 5,000 metres.
So Harvey will be through next. So young Court from Geelong Guild. He'll round out the field here in the 5,000 metres D race.